Welcome to Catholic Plus, where we are finding faith in fun. Join me as we mine entertainment for the treasures of our faith to serve you and the new evangelization. Today, we explore the communion of saints, or the cloud of witnesses, described in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. If you like Catholicism and Star Wars, click that like button. And if you'd like to see more from Catholic Plus about Star Wars, Marvel, and more, click the subscribe button and tap the bell icon. The communion of saints refers to the unity of the church as it exists in three different states of being. Number one, all of us who are part of the pilgrim church on earth, working out our salvation here. Number two, the suffering souls being purified in purgatory. And number three, the triumphant souls who have been granted eternal bliss in heaven. United in Christ, we are all one family, and we are capable of crossing these barriers in communication and aid by the grace of God. In Star Wars, the Force also allows souls, separated by space and even death, to continue communicating with and helping one another. My favorite example of this is in Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. In the beginning of the movie, we see Rey levitating, and she is basically praying, "Be with me, be with me, be with me," as she speaks to the Jedi of the past, trying to hear from them and make contact under Leia's tutelage. Rey is unsuccessful, and like us, when we don't get the answers to our prayers that we want immediately, Rey gets frustrated. However, at the end of the film, when she is lying on the ground defeated, Palpatine is bringing down all of the good ships fighting above Exegol with his Force lightning, and all hope seems lost. Rey reaches out again in a whisper. "Be with me, be with me, be with me." And this time she hears from Obi-Wan Kenobi, "These are your final steps, Rey. Rise and take them." And Anakin says, "Rey." Luminara Unduli says, "Rey." Mace Windu says, "Rey." Anakin says, "Bring back the balance, Rey, as I did." Ayla Secura says, "In the night, find the light, Rey." Mace Windu says, "You're not alone, Rey." Yoda, "Alone never have you been." Qui-Gon Jinn, "Every Jedi who ever lived lives in you." Anakin says, "The Force surrounds you, Rey." Ayla says, "Let it guide you." Ahsoka says, "As it guided us." Mace, "Feel the Force flowing through you, Rey." Anakin, "Let it lift you." Adigalia, "Rise, Rey." Qui-Gon, "We stand behind you, Rey." Obi-Wan, "Rey." Yoda, "Rise in the Force." Kanan, "In the heart of a Jedi lies her strength." Anakin, "Rise." Qui-Gon, "Rise." Luke Skywalker, "Rey, the Force will be with you always." And then Rey stands. She ignites Leia's lightsaber before the Emperor's throne, ready to challenge his power. He strikes out at her with Force lightning, saying, "You are nothing. A scavenger girl is no match for the power in me. I am all the Sith." As Rey draws Luke's lightsaber to herself, she replies, "And I am all the Jedi." She catches and ignites both lightsabers to block the Force lightning and walks forward toward Darth Sidious with all the power of the Jedi, like a saint against Satan, with all the power of God's grace behind her, like Saint Michael, the general of God's armies against evil, supported by all of the angels and all the saints of heaven right behind them in battle. Rey prevails over evil not alone, but strengthened as if by the grace of God and the intercession of all the communion of Jedi through the Force. You see, Catholicism appreciates not only an individual person's relationship with God, but also recognizes the importance of the community in relationship with God and each other. Many Christians today overemphasize our personal relationship with Christ. Such a relationship is essential. However, God's goal following the fall of humankind into original sin in Genesis was the reunification of all, not only vertically, us with God, but also horizontally, us with each other communally. This includes not only reuniting each human with himself, but also reuniting all of fallen humanity with one another in love. Sin damages our good relationship with God, self, and others. Consequently, God's response has always been to repair each of those relationships. He wishes to repair our relationships with each other communally and our relationship with Him as a people. This is what salvation history is all about. He began with Israel in the Old Testament and has worked all the way up to the church Christ founded in the New Testament, the Catholic Church, to bring His people together and unite them to Himself. Let's take this back to Star Wars. In popular American storytelling, there's often one main good guy who fights the bad guys, basically single-handedly John Wayne style. From the beginning of Star Wars, though, George Lucas infused it with a teamwork and communal essence in contrast to this rugged individualism. Consider A New Hope, for instance. Luke is our protagonist, but it takes a whole team of both broken and gifted individuals to pull off victory together. This is not only a better reflection of reality, it is also more sound theologically. Luke needs the help of Obi-Wan to teach him about the Force and use it to destroy the Death Star. Obi-Wan is too old to go about this business by himself and thereby needs the rest of the young team. Han is indebted to Jabba the Hutt, yet becomes entangled in this web of teamwork, even though he represents the Western swashbuckler motif. And Leia is the unconventional, no-nonsense damsel in distress. Specifically considering Han Solo, he was highly critical of any organized group of altruistic Jedi or spiritual force in the universe, like many today who are critical of organized religion and spirituality. What converted Han to become a member of the rebel forces and even come around to say, "May the Force be with you," already in A New Hope to Luke, was the communal aspect of Star Wars' main characters and the teamwork they shared. By being around those who believed in the rebellion and the Force, Han Solo is converted. By Episode 7, The Force Awakens, after meeting Rey and Finn, Rey asks Han, "The Jedi were real." And Han replies, "I used to wonder that myself. Thought it was just a bunch of mumbo-jumbo. Magical power holding together good and evil, dark side and the light. Crazy thing is, it's true. The Force, the Jedi, all of it. It's all true." You see, actions speak louder than words, and being part of a community builds up all members as God intends, even the skeptical like Han Solo. Now, the interconnectedness continues well beyond these four characters, especially as the films expand in number. Yet it is clear that Star Wars values communal success above individual achievement. This is also a strongly Catholic ideal. Consider as another example the communal Ewoks in Return of the Jedi. Weak individually, the unassuming Ewoks present a challenging force for even the Empire's stormtroopers. The value placed on community may be best exemplified among the Jedi Order, who are somewhat a reflection of the Church. We've touched on this in previous videos, like the comparison between Yoda and the Pope. See, Jedi don't do things individually. They're part of a greater whole, an order, like a Catholic religious order explored in the Catholic Plus video about poverty, chastity, and obedience. They are a living community, drawing wisdom from those long gone, from the teachings of the masters still alive, and working together to solve the galaxy's most preeminent threats in the here and now. The Church offers a similar handing on of wisdom with its spiritual and theological masters of the past, such as the saints and doctors of the Church. Like the Jedi, the Church's mission is to unite us together with one another and with God as much as possible in this life and ultimately in heaven for eternity. For example, if you've never experienced the Catholic spiritual classic, Introduction to the Devout Life by St. Francis de Sales, who's a bishop and doctor of the Church, check out the series being produced right now by our sister channel on YouTube, Passionately Catholic with Anthony Digman, and find the link somewhere around this video or in the description. If you're interested in learning more about how Force ghosts tie into this, with intercessory prayer, the communion of saints, that is going to be an upcoming video that we have in production right now. But what do you think of all this? And did I miss anything? comment below so that we can share more spiritual insights together. If you're proud to be Catholic and a fan of Star Wars, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the share button below to help evangelize with us. Special thanks to all Catholic Plus patrons who make Catholic Plus possible. To see the thank you gifts you can receive by supporting Passionately Catholic, like my book on Star Wars and Catholicism, check out our Patreon page in the link in the description below. Remember, the Lord will be with you, always.